At S&P Global Platts, our editors follow the Platts Market on Close methodology, or MOC, to assess the value of crude oil, refined products, petrochemicals, and LNG in commodities markets around the world. Since 2007 in Asia, 2008 in Europe, and 2009 in the Americas, Platts eWindow has been the communications tool that our editors use to collect information from participants, like traders and brokers, in the MOC process. It's that information from market participants that forms the basis for oil, petchems, and LNG assessments that we publish every trading day. 2019 is the 10th anniversary of the launch of Platts eWindow in the US. To mark the occasion, we talked to a few of the people who built the uniquely functional Platts eWindow, a communications tool that runs with software that is licensed from and maintained by Intercontinental Exchange. Here are their stories.
There was a lot of noise. There were communications coming in on the speakerphones, the broker shout-down boxes, Yahoo screens were flashing, there was phones ringing, there were emails coming in, and the editors had to put this all together in an orderly, time-sensitive manner to come up with a fair representation of the market in a near real-time basis.
It was chaos. It was a very controlled chaos, but chaos nonetheless.
For me, it was clear that the goals were to take a lot of that communication that was coming in via phone and broker box and all of that, and make that experience more of an orderly visual experience for people taking part as well. So it was really improve the way the information came in and improve the experience of seeing it on the screen as well. And we knew that if we could do those two things, that we would be really achieving something pretty important. So it began really as a kind of a technical conversation.
I joined the team as operational manager, and my main role was to do the development, quality testing, creating the training materials, and training both external traders and internal editors, and lastly to roll out the system at the launch. It was a very fulfilling journey itself because I covered basically from the front to the end, and this provided me great insight in understanding what the market truly needs.
But we had a core group globally as it grew that was absolutely committed to this project, absolutely believed in it. It was very challenging, but it was the funnest time I've ever had in my career.
I think the initial conversations between ICE and Platts began as we were speaking with Platts about licensing their price assessments for clearing purposes. And as part of that negotiation, Platts began sharing with us their desire to move what was a very labor-intensive, manual, market on close window process based, I think, largely on Yahoo instant messaging, onto more modern technology, scalable technology.
It was very exciting, the ability to move from a manual process to an electronic process enabled us to really deliver to our subscribers what we were committed to deliver to them, which is the price formation that was underpinning our price assessment process in real time.
It was a huge leap of faith, really. The first time those names appeared on screen automatically, it was like magic. It really was.
I remember the day of the first eWindow launch. There's so much preparation goes into it. Years of you're defining these requirements, you're building the system, you're training all of these traders, you're doing these mock trading sessions. You're highly confident in what you're doing, but only when you turn it on and you open that first day and someone in Singapore puts a bid in a system and it goes through a trading platform in Chicago and you see that it all works, do you know that, wow, this is pretty cool. And then you see another and another and another, and the next day the same thing happens. I think we knew we were onto something.
The story of eWindow continues on social media, #Platts eWindow. I'm John Laurent Tranche, Market Engagement Manager for S&P Global Platts. Thanks for watching.